Welcome along, everyone. The topic that we're looking at today is how to create quickly with Adobe Stock and Express templates. So I'm going to take you through some examples today of some of the different things that you can create and all of the different things that you can do with Adobe Express. And the big focus of the session today is really going to be on this access to these free resources that you have within Express. So that's Adobe Stock. So this is stock imagery, also video, also audio, also things like media assets, which come copyright free. So you know that when you're using them in your work, there's no issues related to copyright are going to come up. And we also have templates as well. So if you want to get up and running quickly, maybe you need to make a quick social media post, or you want to do a poster or a leaflet, you can take these templates, you can amend them for what you want to do. You can change the images, you can change the colors, you can even change the fonts, put in your own text. And again, that's a quick way of getting started. You can even create your own templates using Gen AI, and I'm going to show you that today. So just to kick off then, what do you actually have access to? So let me just bring this down here. Yep, so I'm going to talk about what you've got access to. I'm going to talk about creating templates with Gen AI. I'm going to be talking about how to make a social media image with templates, creating video using Adobe Stock video, images, and audio. And I'll even be showing you how to edit a PDF document within Adobe Express using stock images and how you can bring a bit of more color into some of your PDFs that maybe you've been working with. So let's get started. So it's very easy to log in. So I would invite you all to try that now. Do try to log into Adobe Express. So and you can log in directly with your credentials from Goldsmiths. I will share this presentation with you today as well, so that you've got this. There's also a QR code there. But what I'm going to do is I'll just pop back into the chat again, and I'll just pop that link back in the chat so that you can all try that. So I've put in the login link for Express there in the chat so that you can get logged in and you can try this out. So what do you actually have access to? Goldsmiths staff and students have got access to the entire Adobe Creative Cloud suite of applications. So, that's all of those tools that you're familiar with, like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere, but it also includes powerful and intuitive online tools as well. So you don't have to be familiar with these tools. You don't have to be an expert or go on a course or do anything like that. That you can pretty much just get up and running immediately and start creating. You don't have to have a powerful computer either. These tools will run across all different surfaces, whether that's your laptop, your tablet, or even your mobile phone. So Adobe Express allows the creation of Gen AI images, templates, and text. It also allows you to edit your own images, create your own videos. It gives you access to millions of Adobe Stock images, videos, audio, templates. Also, you have in there backgrounds, you've got design assets, you've got textures, you've got brushes. So everything that you need to create quickly. So you can create for social media. If you're working on a PDF, for that maybe you have to hand in, or it's a paper or a research work that you're working on, you can actually create and edit that PDF directly in Express as well. You can make short videos in Express, and I'll be showing you that today. And there are hundreds of add-ons, including we have a new TikTok Creative Assistant add-on for Adobe Express. So if you are a TikTok creator, then I would invite you to give that a try and try it out. So let's get started then with this, and I'm going to go to create templates with Gen AI. Now, what I'd say is today, if you have questions, then pop your question into the chat. I'll check the chat from time to time, and we can and I'll look at your question. So I might not pick up your question straight away, but after each section, I'll have a look at the questions, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have throughout the day. So let me come back to my presentation here, and I'm going to just come out of this and go back into Adobe Express. So this is Adobe Express, and exactly the same access that you'll get there. So I am going to try to create a brand new template, and I'm going to create that template using Gen AI. And I could do this for anything. I could make a flyer, I could make a poster. It's all sorts of different elements that I could use. So let me just grab my text I'm going to search for. So if I come into here, you'll see at the top of the page, there's different sections. You've got social media, you've got video, photo, document, marketing, and Gen AI. So let me start off with this. I could just come down to here, but it says text to template. I'll just go into the Gen AI section just to show you. And there's a whole lot of different options that you've got within Gen AI. So you have text to image, you've generative fill, you've got text to templates, and you also have text effects. So let's try the text to template. So I'm wanting to make a flyer for the university women's football team. So I'm just going to put in my prompt in here. So I've said flyer for university women's soccer team. I do apologize for using the term soccer, but it just does help the results. And I've written colors, gold and black, just like the Goldsmiths colors. So if I click on generate, let's see what I can get. Now, whenever you're working with these Gen AI prompts, it is worthwhile thinking about the prompt you use, because the better quality of a prompt that you're using, then the better results you will get at the end of it. So here's some of my templates have come up. Quite like this one here. That one there is good as well. Now, if I didn't like those results, I could just keep clicking on generate more results if I want to do that. But let me just check. I'm going to select this one here, and it's going to start to put that template together. So this is a whole flyer that it's creating from me from scratch. It's including the areas for text. It's got my images in there. It's got my colors. Now I can change any of these elements and adapt them as you'd expect that you would need to do. So it's just building that for me there, and I can see that now. And I could go in and I could edit that text, for example. Let me just click on there, and I could say, let me see, next match on Saturday, contact for tickets, for example. So I could easily change that text. And if I wanted, I could change the font in there. So I could go in, I could change the font. If I didn't like that, I could choose a different type of text and different font in there, and that would change that for me. I could even change the image as well. So if I go in, see, it's changed my font. Probably not an improvement, but never mind. If I select my image here, I can go over here, and I can just hit replace image. Other things I can do on the image there, I can remove the background from the image as well. So let's try that out. I'm going to try removing the background just to see what that looks like. There we go, and it's giving me that as a background. I could change the background color as well. And again, yeah, I could click to remove the image. I could search for another image. So I could say women's soccer, search. Okay, there's an image there, and it's replaced that image now. So I've got a new image in my document. Or if there was a photo that I wanted to use that I already had, I could simply go to upload from device. I could upload that photo and use my own image in there. So that's a quick look at how you could create a flyer from a Gen AI template. Now, a good tip there is to save that. So typically what I would do is just rename that up here. So I'll just go soccer template, because if you go with a default name, you can, if you work with Express a lot, you can end up with a lot of things in your storage. So I'm just going to change that to soccer template. And if I need to find that again, I can go into your stuff over here and I'll be able to find that. Now, with this template, once I've completed it, I can share that with others, or I can even get other people to collaborate on this with me. So if I go into here into share, then I can invite other people to access it. So you click in there and I could find someone to access this. So I could type, please review, and I can invite somebody to edit that. I won't actually do that right now. As you can see, you can set that to edit or to comment if you don't want them to actually make changes. I could publish this to the web and share that as a link if I wanted. I could schedule when I want that to go out to my social media, or I could just send it out directly to these different services or different storage options that are integrated here as well. So you've got sharing and collaboration there as well. So if you're a team, you're a group of people in a department or in a student society, whatever it is, then you can collaborate on these two. Okay, I'm going to go back to my homepage now in Express, just to quickly show you. If I go to your stuff, and you'll see there is my file there. So I've got the file over here, so I could easily open it up again and I could share it, work on it a little bit more if I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick pause there and I will have a quick look at the chat just to see if anyone has got any questions. Does not look like it, but as I said, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll get to those questions. Okay. Right, so the next thing I want to show you is creating a social media document using templates. So in here, I'm going to go into, first of all, social media. So this is a different section. And in Express, there's usually multiple ways to get to where you want to go. I tend to use these links at the top. It just kind of seems a little bit easier for me, but there's other ways that you can get in as well, just through scrolling through or going to explore and different options like that. So now I'm in my social media. So say I wanted to make a social media post again for my soccer team. So I could say which kind of post I want to do. And this is going to give you all of the correct dimensions for the different types of social media channels that you have. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc., etc. So in this instance, I am going to choose an Instagram post, a square post. And I'm going to click into there. I'm going to click on Browse Templates. So these are not GenAI templates, but these are templates that have been created that have been uploaded by other users and so on that you are free to use within Express. So come in here, going to click in there, and I will just do a quick search in there. And again, I'll search on the same terms. And as you can see there, it's bringing up those templates in there. So I think somebody's got a question. I'll just pop over. Is it fine to use this for ad hoc program publicity, or does everything have to go through comms? Well, that's probably an internal question for Goldsmith, so I'll probably let someone else answer that. I can say that from a copyright point of view, anything that you have in there is copyright free. So it's all covered in terms of copyright, so that's not something that you would have to worry about. I'm over to here. So now I've got my template has come up there. So let me just pick one in here. Let's see what's a good one. Oh, I quite like this one because it's golden black, and it didn't even ask for golden black, and it's given me that. It's going to take a little second to come up there. There we go. So I could again just go in here and I could make any changes that I wanted to make. So I'll just double click to select that text there, and I could say, okay, Goldsmiths versus UCL, for example, just as a little imagine. And again, I can change any of the elements within this quick social media post I'm making. So I could click on the image. Again, I could go over to replace image. So let me try that out. And I'll find another image in here. There's quite a nice one there. So that's quite a cool image. I could remove the background from the image. Could do all sorts of things. And select the image there. Click on remove background. That's removed the background. That actually looks quite good. I've got to say, I quite like this. I'd be very pleased to put this out as a social media post. So yeah, again, I've got my my post there. So again, go up here. You can see I can share this. I can schedule when to send that out to social media if I like. And here, over here, it's giving me my channel. So for example, I could say, select my Twitter or whatever it's calling itself these days channel there. It's a little short video, and that's just going to upload there. So I can schedule that post as well. So yep, the very quick again to make these social media docs, and you can send that out on your channels. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at video. So let me come over here, click on my little Adobe logo up there in the corner. Now for my video, I'm going to take through a few different things that you can do with video. So I'm going to show you how you can use your own video, how you can upload a video, how you can add captions to a video, how you can translate those captions into a variety of different languages, as well as using different stock videos as well. So let me get started. So I am going to go into this plus sign. So I did say to you that there are multiple ways to do things in Express. Now click on plus, and you'll see that it's first of all, allowing me to choose what type of thing I want to create. Do you want to make a web page? You can make great short web pages in Express, a video, an a poster, etc. But in this case, I'm actually going to go to this next tab over here, and that says Quick Actions. So I click on Quick Actions. So this is great for circumstances where you just want to do something really quickly, like maybe add captions, or to split a PDF up, or to create a PDF, convert something to a JPEG. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to caption a video. So I'm going to choose Caption Video, and I'm going to just browse for my video file here, and here's my file here, and I think it is this one. Oh, actually, is it that one? Let's check. I actually think it is this one. Okay, and I will just click open. Now that's going to start to upload my video, and it's going to caption it. So it's now doing that, and it's captioning my video and just running through all the different points. And what I've basically done here is I've recorded on my laptop a very short talking head type video where I'm introducing a topic around international students, and I'm going to add this on. We're going to get our captions on it, and then I'm going to play around with this a bit. So here we are. It's added my captions, so I can preview my captions now just to check that they are correct. And actually, what I think I'm going to have to do here is, I don't think I shared my audio, so I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to go back and reshare so that you can all hear what I'm doing. So let me go back here, check for any or chat. Okay. Share computer sound this time. There we go. You should all be able to hear this.
Hello. Today I want to talk about
recruiting
international students at UK universities. So let's get started.
Play that again.
Hello. Today I want to talk about recruiting international students at UK universities. So let's get started.
So it's actually, I can double check that to see that it's all correct, and that it did capture it correctly. But if it wasn't correct, then what I could do is I could click in here and I could edit that caption. So I could change it. If there was a mistake or an error, then I could correct that. But I'm going to say that's fine. As you can see, there's different styles of captions that I could use here, but I think I'll stick with this one for now. and I'll just click Open in Editor. Now I could just download this straight away. So I've got my captioned MP4 ready to download. So if you want to do something very simple, that's all you need to do. But I'm going to do a little bit more work on it. So let me just click Open in Editor. A little sip of my tea. And here it is here. So now one of the things that I'll show you with working with video in Express, and it's very simple, is that you do have layers here. You'll see over on the side, I've got these two layers, so I can click on my layer that has the captions on it. And down at the bottom here, I have a timeline. So I can kind of scrub through that timeline if I want. And the timeline is really where I'm doing any editing with my video. So I could add scenes, add transitions, etc. The first thing I'm going to do here is I am going to translate this video, translate those captions. So I'm going to click on Translate. And you'll see over here, I've got my translate page options, and it's saying it's detecting that it's English, but I could change that. And I need to choose which language I want to translate it into. I'm just going to say French in this case, and click Duplicate and Translate. And there we go, it's duplicated that and it's translated it as quick as that. So let's see what this looks like.
Hello, today I want to talk about recruiting international students at UK universities.
Okay, so let's
get started.
It's translated that with the French captions on there. But I've got to say, I don't like my video very much. I don't think it looks very good. So I'm going to try to make some changes. So let me just select my video here, and I'm going to remove the background. I do actually think this is one of the best things in Express, is this ability to quickly remove backgrounds, and you can also do it with videos as well. So it'll take a little few seconds to run through that and remove the background. And once I've removed the background, then I can actually add in a new background, and I could add in an image as a background, or I could add in another video as a background. So you can see that if I'm doing a little video or presentation, or even if this is a lecture that I've recorded that I want to share, then you can make it a little bit more engaging and a little bit more interesting than just a talking head just talking at you. So running through that, which is good news because it gives me time to get another sip of tea. I'll also check to see if we have any more questions. Excuse me, what if we need two different languages of subtitles in one video? That's a good question. I think currently you have to do it as two videos. I don't think it's that you can have two different lots of subtitles across the one video. But I haven't had that question before. So let me check into that. I'll check in to see if there's a way to do that. There might be some kind of workaround that you can do that's going to do that. But I think that's good. You see, it's just on layers here. So I guess in theory you could just copy a layer over and have an additional layer. But in the moment it will duplicate it onto a new video. So I think that's mostly how it's being used. Okay, so I do have my background removed now. Now I could change the background color if I wanted. So I could click on background color. You see, yeah, a bit like that. Now, if I just drag myself down here into the corner, this is when you can start to do all sorts of interesting and cool things with your video. So let me add in a new background. I'm going to add in a stock video. This, after all, is about how you can use Adobe Stock and templates. So let's have a look at Adobe Stock. So if I click over here on Media, so I'm going to Media, I'm going to choose Video, and in here I can search for free stock video, and I can add that into my own video. So let me see. I'm going to look for. I'm just going to type university. Let's have a quick look and see what it comes up with. And I'm getting various stock videos for a university. So I'm talking about international students. So kind of let me just go through here and see what might fit. Like that was okay. So I'm just going to drag that one over here. Let's put that in there, and you'll see it's on a new layer. So I'm just going to make this kind of fill out the screen. There we go, like that. And you'll see that I need to then adjust my layer. So I'm going to put this onto the bottom layer. Here we go. I've got my captions as well. So let me just see what this looks like now.
Hello. Today I want to talk about recruiting international students at UK universities. So let's get started.
But it's as simple as that, to add in a new video background. Now you could, if you already had a video that you'd taken that you wanted to be the background, you know, something you'd grab with your phone, for example, then you can upload that as well. You see, you've got the option to upload your own video and use your own video as well in there. So yeah, it's as simple as that. I mean, the other thing you could do is you could use a still image. So even if you had something like a presentation, a PDF or a PowerPoint, then you could use that as well. So if I try that out, if I try, just going to delete that there. If I delete that out, and I'm going to add in a new image, click upload from device. Actually, what I can do is I can go into my stuff and you should be able to grab it from there. Take something like this. Click add as image. And I'm just going to have to move that to fill the page like that. And just drag it so that it's the bottom layer. The easy way to do that would have been to select it and click Save as Page Background, which makes it a bit easier. It's fine. Let's try this now, see what this looks like.
Hello. Today I want to talk about recruiting international students at UK universities. So let's get started.
And again, this image that is used in this slide here, again, I got that from Adobe Stock Images, and I built that in Express as well. Now, what other kinds of things might you want to include in there? So you could add in a title page, for example. So if I click on add a scene, and I'm going to add in another some more media here. Go into videos, search for my video. Again, I'll look for some video of a university. Let's just drag that one in there. And I'm going to add in some titles. So if I click on text in here, add your text. I'm going to just type in before I sort of start to edit it. So let's have this routing international students. And I'll obviously have to make that a little bit smaller. Go, drag it out like that. Now it looks okay, but it doesn't look fantastic. So I'm just gonna use a quick little trick here. Come down to the text, and you'll see that there's different things you can do. Text effects that you can add. But I actually going to add in what's called a shape. So if I come down here, I'm going to choose shape and choose my shape there. So that's what I've chosen to do. I could change the colors. I could do different things with it there. So that's fine. Now I'm going to add in another section because I'm going to animate this, and so I'll show you how this works. At UK universities, and I'll just select all that text there, go down to shape, and select my option there. I'll need to change the size a little bit. There we go. Assistant. Oops. Select the right layer, and I can move this over. Here we go. And I'll just add in one more, I think. My text. click Add Text, and I'm just going to say, watch the video again, add in my shape, and I could have just copy pasted that as well, just to miss that particular stage out if I wanted to. That might have been a bit quicker. I can just move this down here. Now, that looks okay, but it's kind of static. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some animation to it. So if I select my first text box here, I can come down to animation. I'll just do a simple in animation, click in, and I'll say drift. So it just drifts in like that. I'm going to do this for all three of them. And into my animation here, getting in. Again, if I'd have done this on one and copy pasted it, that would have actually saved me a little bit of time. Same for this one. Animation, in, and drift. That's okay, but they're all going to come in at the same time. So I want to make this a little bit different. So I'm going to do some layers on the timing. So you'll see that there's an option here that says Show Layer Timing. I click on that, and I can start to see how these are coming in. So this one is fine. At UK universities, I want this to come in after the first one. So I'm just going to push this back a bit. Then again, select the final text layer over on the side, which is this one, and I want to that to come in last. So you'll see I've got those dots to indicate when they're going to come in. So if I just drag back here, see what that looks like. So that's now bringing those in a timed way. So it looks very nice and looks very, very smooth and professional as well. Now, a few other things that I could add in here too. I could add in a transition, for example. If I click on here and I'm going to say add transition, and I'll do just a quick slide transition, I think. And I can change different elements about it, but I'm kind of happy with that, so I'll just go with that. But the final thing that I think is really missing here, it's a bit quiet, isn't it? Well, you can hear my voice, but you don't want to hear too much of that. So let me add in some audio and a little bit of music. So if I come over to media and I click into audio, and let's do a search. Now, I must admit, I did find one that I thought sounded really good earlier, and it's not the most obvious one. I think it was this one here. So let me just drag this in, because once you start to listen to these, you'll start to, there we go. Now, I'm not going to drown myself out, so I'll start it over here. And then I can drag the end of the audio clip. Now, if the audio clips are only so long, so what you can do is you can just duplicate that. Click on the little ellipsis there and choose duplicate. That's duplicating that over. So let's try this all together and see what this is like.
Hello, today I want to talk about recruiting international students at UK universities. So let's get started.
In there, and that's, as you can see, this has not taken me too long. It's been really quick. I've changed the background, I've added captions, I've added translations, I have my transitions in there, I've got a new stock video in there, and I've added these titles, and I've animated the titles as well. And you know, that took me what, 10 minutes to do that. So you can see that you can get really nice and professional looking results really quickly. So I think we have another question, so I'll just pop over here. Is there a way to get rid of the Adobe Express logo when using the templates? Oh, I don't think it has an Adobe Express logo on it. Does it? Yeah, so there should not be an Adobe Express logo on the templates, Louise. If you feel free to unmute yourself if you want to give me a bit more detail, Louise. So
Yeah, no, I'm just running through some of the templates, but obviously looking at your really great stuff at the same time. And yeah, one of them has just come up with a really big Adobe Express logo
oh,
on the
really?
bottom right-hand corner. So I just
Okay.
maybe it's just this particular template. I'll try a few others.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Because I can't say I've seen that. So certainly you shouldn't have that on your on those templates. I would just check, Louise, are you logged in with your Goldsmith's credentials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Just in case it was like a separate account you were using or something. But yeah, I wouldn't normally expect to see that. So yeah, have a look at some other ones and you
Okay,
shouldn't have that.
cheers.
I mean, on that issue about branding, that you can actually set up your own branding as well. So if you did want to have, say, you know, a logo of a department or you know, your sports club or whatever it is that you wanted to have in there, then you can set that up. And I'll show you how to do the branding. If I come over to your stuff here, you go to brands and libraries, then you can add in all, you know, your own brands and libraries in there. So there's a few that the different things that are set up there. I could click on plus. I could say create new brand. Let's call it, oops, let's call it Goldsmiths. Click on create, and I can upload my logos. If I have fonts that I want to use, specific graphics that I want to use. So this is great for maybe a project that you're working on and you're going to collaborate with a group of other people just to make sure that they're all using the same brand. And you can actually share that brand with different people that might be working on it. Here's some of my brands that I've got there. So yeah, got some in there. You can just upload those in there. And as you can see, you've got this invite to library option. So if you were a team of people who were all working on a project, you wanted to make sure that everybody was using the same logo, you know, the correct colors, the correct font, because I know how these things happen. I've definitely been told off by our marketing department for using slightly off colors. Then this is the way to do it. And you can share that brand. You can also share Creative Cloud libraries, which again is just libraries of different types of assets. You can share that across a team as well. So whether it's in Express or whether it's in other Adobe Creative Cloud products like InDesign, for example, then you can share those same assets. Okay, so we come back to where we are now. Right with you. Yeah. So that's a quick indication of how you can quickly use a video, and you can use your stock images, your stock video, and your stock audio as well. Now, the last thing I'm going to show is editing a PDF documents with stock images. So let me just get started, and I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to actually start with a Word document because quite often that is what people are doing, is they are working in Word. So I'll just open up Word here. Just document. Okay, so let me just drag this so you can actually see it. So I'm in Word. And again, here I've got my document I've created. Considerations for recruiting international students at UK universities. And full credit, I used Microsoft Copilot to generate this entire document. Now, what if I want to make a PDF out of this? So the normal way to make a PDF, and it's an excellent way to make a PDF, is to go into the Acrobat tab. So if you've got Acrobat installed on your machine, then it gives you this what's called PDF Maker within Word. You can just simply click Create PDF, and it's going to create a PDF for you. So I could go through that, or I could create the PDF directly in Express. So let's just try that out first of all in Acrobat. And it's going to ask me for my document. I'll have to give it a different name. Click on Save, and it just quickly creates that document. Good thing about that is that's going to create a an accessible document for you because it will contain PDF tags in there so that your document can be read by screen readers. But it's also true, that is also true of Express as well. So you can also create that document directly within Express. And yep, there is my document is now getting created in Acrobat. And yeah, just get Acrobat here. Yeah, so, and this is Adobe Acrobat, and it has created my document in here. Quick point on Acrobat is that we've got some really nice new tools in there as well. So we have some new AI tools within Acrobat which will summarize your documents. Currently a public beta, so you can try that out as well. So now I've got my document. What's this got to do with Express? So let's go back to Adobe Express, and we're going to go into Document. And as you can see, I could quickly create my PDF in there as well. So that's another viable alternative to create a PDF. If you don't have Acrobat installed, or you just you just really want to be working with your PDF in there, then that's a perfectly fine way to work with it as well. What I'm going to do is come down here, and we're going to say Start from your document. Click on there. And I'm going to find my document that I just created. Click on Open. That's going to start to convert that document over to basically into Adobe Express format. So you can start to do all the things that I've showed you already today, changing images, changing text, changing the colors, bringing in Gen AI images, bringing in all these different elements that I've shown you. I'm going to click on Open. And when you're done editing it, you can just save it back out as a PDF directly from there, like that. It's giving me a double layer on there for some reason. But the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to just make some changes. So I'm going to select my image again, come over here, and you'll see if I hover over here, I can replace the image. So I'm just going to replace it. Again, I could upload something from device. Instead, I'm going to search photos. I'm going to search for something a little bit different. I'm going to say exploding light bulb. Okay, exploding light bulb. Okay, there's an exploding light bulb. There's another one. There's lots and lots of exploding light bulbs here. I'm going to try this one, just I've never tried that one before. So I've now changed that over for an exploding light bulb. Why have I done that? Well, let me remove the background there. And I've got my light bulb there. I could then select that. I could click this button down here that says Set as Page Background. That's now set that as a page background. So you see this document starting to look a little bit cooler maybe, or a little bit different. You might not always want that, but we're going to try it in this case. But it's also, some of the text is not so readable now. So I'm going to go into this text, and again, I'm going to go down to shapes. And in here, I could make different options with the shapes as well. That's not such a good one. That's a slightly better one. If I come back here, and I could, make different edits to that as well. Shape fill, so if I don't like that color, I could choose a different color. I could go to my brand library there, so that's because I've got my brand going. And I could choose a nice color from there as well. And I could apply that to all the different elements. So that's a really quick way that you can make quick changes to any of your PDF files. Now, what else can I do in there? So I've got my shapes. I can share this out. I can add other elements. So if I come over here, where am I? Yeah, down the side, you'll see that there's an option that says Elements. Now we click into this, and there's all types of different options that you can choose in here. So textures, frames, overlays, backgrounds. The backgrounds one's a nice one if you're making that video, that kind of talking head video, or you're recording a lecture or something like that, and you could look for something like a blackboard or something like that to be your background. I could bring in a particular shape or an icon. So if I come in here, and what do I want to have? I'm just going to say education. It's going to come up. So I could bring in all these different sorts of elements in here if I wanted to, and have those in my document as well. Again, I could drag that out if I wanted to. So more elements that you can bring into your document there. Now, if I didn't like that exploding light bulb that I made there, I could actually make a new one. So again, I could go over to GenAI here, and we've got a text to image feature in here. So if I go into, now, I didn't like that. I'm looking for something a little bit softer. So I'm going to say exploding light bulb with flowers. See what it comes up with. Take a little minute while it runs through this. And there it is. So there's one of my, there's my 4 choices there. There's my first one. There's my second one, and my third one, and my fourth one. So I might go for this one here. I've got my exploding light bulb with flowers there. I'll just rename it up here so I can find it. New light bulb. Saved there into my stuff. And again, I could select that and I could edit it, remove the background, and so on. So come back here, come into my stuff again, bring up my PDF document here. Could go back into my stuff and I could change that over there. And if I wanted to, so let me see. If I go to another page on here, for example, oops, come out of library. Files is what I want. There's my new exploding light bulb. Again, drag that over. I'm going to say add as image. What I'm going to do is select it. It seems to put it into a box. Just say set as page background. And then I've got this kind of spectacular page. And again, I could select it and I could remove the background from it as well if I wanted to do that. Yeah. So you can see that there's just a lot of resources in here for you, really, and I'm sure you can make something that looks a lot nicer than what I've made. But there's a lot that you can do. Now, once I'm happy with this, probably wouldn't be happy with it as it is just now, but you get the idea. And I can simply download it. So I could just say download. I could say all pages, and I could choose PDF and just click that download there, and that's going to download that as a new PDF, which I could share out. Or I could again share it across the cloud if I prefer to do that. And there's my file as PDF is downloaded. It's just a normal PDF. If I want to share it across the cloud, just click on share. Again, I can collaborate. So again, I could collaborate. If you were a team, imagine that you were a team and say your team had to create a newsletter and you wanted people to each, work on this newsletter. You could simply share that particular document. If you have a PDF, upload that into Adobe Express, and then you could all edit that document. And of course, I can publish that out to the web, share a link if I wanted to do that. If I click publish to web, then I've got a link there which I can choose. I could copy that link and share it with people in an email or on Teams or whatever. And of course, I can also, just publish it directly to social media if I wanted to do that as well. So that's a lot of stuff that you can do with Adobe Express. And you'll see there we go. Your link is ready. I just click copy link. That's copied that link to my pasteboard, and then I can just paste that into my email or into my Teams or Slack or whatever it is that I'm using. So lots of things we've gone over today: video, images, documents. Remember, you've got all those free stock images that you can use, copyright free, hundreds of thousands of images on there. Free stock video, free stock audio, and you've got these shapes, elements, backgrounds, all of those different things that you've got access to. So let me come back to my presentation here, because there's just the last couple of things that I'm going to show you today. And I'm with some information that I'm going to share with you. So down here. So yeah, I hope you found it useful today. If you want to dig a little bit deeper into some of this stuff, then we have professional certification and digital badging available for these products as well. So digital badging is available exclusively for our creative campuses at the moment. And this is kind of modular content, and you'll see a list of some of the different courses that you can do. So storytelling, Gen AI, presentation design, social media, podcasting. There's lots and lots of interesting courses that you can do. And the way that these are structured is that they're in bite-sized lessons of they're maybe 15 or 20 minutes each, and for a total of between 2 and 3 hours. So you don't have to do it all at once. It's online, and you just do it, when you've got time to do that. And again, you do have access to that, and we've got the link in there. So I'll copy the link into the chat so that you can all see this. Let's copy that over now. And that will give you a digital certificate that you can share in your social media, that you can have as part of your professional development, essentially. So that's a very useful feature there. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Digital Edge Award. So this is a really cool option that we've got. So Digital Edge Awards have just launched. Adobe have run this for the last couple of years. And with this, any student can submit any coursework that they've created that involve the use of Adobe tools and these Adobe creative tools, and it can be any coursework, and they can win up to £7,000. And the cool thing is that there is actually a category specifically for our creative campuses. So one of the creative campuses will be able to we'll have someone who wins £2,000 for the Creative Campus Award. They could also win the top award as well. So if somebody, and I know that a lot of people in Goldsmiths are using Adobe tools in their work, they can just submit their coursework, and they do have a chance to win those great prizes. Again, I will pop in the link in to that as well, and I will share the presentation out too. So let me just grab that there. To the chat. So that is the Digital Edge Awards. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share this link with you all. Let me just create a link quickly. And also, I hope you found the session useful today. Let me just grab this link so you're seeing live how easy it is to do that. I just copy that and I just paste that over there. And that's the presentation from today as well. So last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put up a quick poll here. So if you all have time to do this poll, then that would be great. And that should be launching there. So an anonymous poll where you can just rate how likely you are to try Adobe Express following this session. So I'll quickly check in the chat, see if there's any more questions. So yeah, that's really what I want to cover today. And if anyone has any last questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to unmute yourself as well, or just ask in the chat. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, everyone. And if there aren't any more questions, then I will stop the recording now.